Hi everyone, I am working on the cover now for our beautiful tropical junk journal that we've been working on together. So I've raided the pantry again, this time the medicine cabinet, and I came up with this box that I think is going to be just the perfect size for my signatures. And I'm kind of looking at it for the spine as well. It looks like they'll both fit in just fine, and I do want some of it to protrude out the top and sides. I like that look. If you don't, you can do kind of an oversized cover. So what I'm going to do is cut this part and this part out, and this is already kind of out. So what I'm going to leave is my spine and my front and back covers. But I'm going to do that off camera because it's so loud. Hi you guys, I'm back and I have cut down my cover and I've got these printed to attach. I'm liking this on the back. I'm debating, I like this one as well. I'm going to go with that just because the splashes of blue. I mean, there's green in here too, but let's do this. And I'm seeing that these don't quite cover. I'm not worried about that because I'll do some trim. I do not want to cut this down though because I need that height. So I'm going to wrap this around and then bring the other one around. So what I'm going to do is just apply some two-sided tape on these. You can put it down with any type of glue that you want that's wet. I find that even though this is printed on cardstock, it tends to wrinkle. The initial paper that I put down isn't quite as important because I know I'm going to embellish it quite a bit. So this is definitely background. I'm just going to peel off a few. Okay, so I've got all the backers off, and I'm just going to press down from the other side and then bring this up over the edge like this. And again, I'm not worried about this because it'll definitely get embellished. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so that's a good start. Okay, so I've just cut this beautiful piece out of another piece of paper to attach here, and I'm going to make a tuck spot on the back for yet another journaling paper spot. Now what I want to do is put this beautiful ocean paper on the inside, and it's again shy of the top, so I'm going to use this on the edges. I think that'll look really good. So there's just always something you can use or do. If you really like something, go ahead and use it, and you can always figure out a way to add to it. That's a fun thing about art and junk journals, is sometimes the adaptation process just brings more creativity and fun. So, okay, I'm going to use the same method and just tape these inside pieces and apply these. I want to do this one open so that the book can open all the way, and then bend it up. Okay, now I just need to add my final piece. So I've got some paper on all the sides. Now what I want to do, I think I want to put this on the back first, and then I'm going to use the trim. Again, I want to make this a pocket so I'm not gluing the entire thing. here. So here is this beautiful trim. I think it looks very beachy and fun. More to come on that later, and here is our beautiful tuck spot on the back. Okay, so I've used a little bit of the burlap trim. Now I'm going to use this beautiful tassel trim. I think it looks very tropical and fun for this particular journal. Here is the cover so far with this really fun tassel trim. I'm loving that. I think that looks really cute on there. And the inside so far, I think I will add a piece along the inside. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you how I trimmed the end off this. It was just a little bit too big, even with the beautiful trims. I wanted to save enough room, but I also like the trim to kind of be seen on the edge of the book. So I cut about 1 inch off. Now I'm going to put this back on here. How I did this, I put it on a self-healing mat, and I just held this ruler and used an X-Acto knife along the edge just to pare it back a little bit. So now what I want to do is put this back on the edge. See, I think that'll look. Okay, now let's do this side and we will be good as new. Now I'm just going to reuse this. And sure, I could have just got a new piece, but I thought I would at least try and reuse this beautiful trim. So I'm just doing a little bit at a time because I never find hot glue that doesn't dry super fast. And I'm just doing the inside ones here. I like that better because I can see a little bit of the trim. Super fun, cute. Hello everyone. I thought I would show you this cute idea to do a message in a bottle. I think I picked these up at Hobby Lobby. Might have even been the dollar store. Had them for a long time. But I literally want to put sand in there and then like a little note. So how to get the sand in. See, I think that'll work. And I do have a little container of sand here that I have used for some other projects. And I don't think it'll take much. So I just want to pour this in. I think that's enough. A little tiny strip. Because once it's rolled up, I want it to sit down in there. Kind of stick up just above the edge. This little stamp that makes it look written on. So I'm just kind of folding it back on itself, like this here. Okay, and then to tie this off, I'm going to use this really skinny piece of twine. Pre-tie a knot, slip it on, and then just going to finish it off. Now let's see if I can fit it down in this little tiny bottle. So cute. Just a little bit too much sand, I think. Okay, let's see if I can find a super tiny shell to drop down in there. So I found these little tiny shells and just kind of strategically placed them with this little tool. And I think that looks perfect. I'm not going to put anything else in there. Now what I'm going to do is just put a couple little dots of glue because I want it to stay without pulling off when I put I think I'm going to put like a little jump ring on this. Okay, so I've got one of these little crimp tubes in place, and I am sure I'm breaking the etiquette of jewelry making right now doing this, but I'm simply going for kind of a rustic look and something that will work. So if you're a jeweler and you're watching, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. I want to put this on the front, kind of down in this corner. I want it to hang, but I think I want it fairly close to the beads. And then I'm going to add some netting on the front here. Let's do this netting. I just think this really looks like it belongs right here. Just going to work these little knots. These little areas where it grabs will be enough for this because it's not super heavy. And I can always add more glue. And I do want it kind of bunched. Okay, so then we've got our beautiful message in a bottle and these fun bulb-shaped safety pins. I like this rustic looking one for this application. This is why I like the little hoop at the top. This way. That looks really cool. So I'm going to put a little blob of glue right under where I want this to kind of perch. Here is the cover so far with our cute little message in a bottle and the seashells. Little sinkers on the bulb-shaped pin there. And the real sand dollar that I collected myself at the ocean. Those are really hard to get before the birds. They like to crack them open with their beak and get the little muscle out. And a whole bunch of them washed up on shore, and I grabbed, oh gosh, I probably got 8 or 10 of them before the seagulls opened them up and ate them. So we stole their breakfast. But you know, those birds were nice and plump, so I think they had had their fill.